everybody, and welcome back to game number 2 of the second stage of Polaris here. And we just saw Excel. They beat Human Tripwires on Excel's map pick. That was split. It was a really convincing performance on the attacking side of things. Defensive side, not so much, but Human Tripwires, they looked really, really strong. And we're now going to be moving into Breeze, and that's their map pick. And P, what are you expecting?
Yeah, I think that something that was in play last round was Excel was having some good firepower right there that comes into play a lot in Breeze. You have to have good firepower. You have to hit your shots. Yeah, there were some misses, but in overall, I saw more firepower in Excel in that split. Sure, there was Devil popping off that could absolutely play in the Breeze, but I think Excel is probably going to take some strategical approach into this Breeze and maybe go more with the flow after they get a few rounds like we saw on that split. Maybe on the attacking side, I would expect Excel to take at least a lead, but maybe Human Tripwires, maybe they can bring it back again. Maybe they can just pop off and actually take the lead, and we might go to Haven. I think it could be an even map. I think this could even go to like 13-10, 13-11, somewhere like there.
Yeah, what we saw from XL previously with Element still on the roster was the fact that they would have Pad Attack on the KO, then they would have Element on the more than comfortable on the Jet, and that was a duo that that would keep pushing out. Whether it was A main, whether it was double doors, whether it was just mid, they really had that control coming in. So I'm really interested to see whether or not that's going to be something that they're comfortable to be doing with Alive. We saw Alive on Chamber. We haven't seen him on Jet just yet, so this might be the map where we actually do see that. We've seen Chihuahua on the Reina, and I think, yes, it was okay. They were able to kind of make it work for them, but I feel like his performance on Cypher that we saw last split, that was just incredible. So I'm personally hoping that we might be seeing some Cypher on Breeze, specifically coming through from Chihuahua. I think that was one of those maps where he did incredibly well time and time again. It's just such an open map, and he was really good at those timings. He was really good at positioning. He really knew where he had to be during what time, and most importantly, he is incredibly good at solo holding the site, leaving the rest of the team more than enough space to create pressure onto mid and to A. And that pressure on the attacking side of things is exactly what worked out for Excel. And once it was a little lackluster on the defensive side, it didn't work out as needed. So I'm hoping to see the Cypher come through from Chihuahua specifically. I'm hoping to see more of an aggressive strat coming through as well in terms of their play style. But Human Tripwires, what do you think we can expect from them specifically in terms of play style after what we've seen them pull through last game?
I'm not sure what to expect, but I think what they need to do is exactly what you described that Excel does. They need to go for those aggressive pushes, absolutely. They need to go for those picks, pushing in B, elbow, pushing A cave, A main, creating that aggressive playstyle, even on the defending side, because they have to take control. If they don't, Excel will just control the map. As we saw on that split, they will control the map on attack. They are so good at it. So if Human Tripwires leave that space open for Excel, it's going to be really, really bad for them. But I do think that Human Tripwires are going for aggression, maybe even on the attacking side, trying to control more of the map and go for that aggression. But Excel, I hope they will stay the same as they did last season. That their Breeze was one of the best that I saw, in my opinion.
And Excel doing incredibly well on Breeze specifically. So Human Tripwires speaking this, I'm more than aware that Human Tripwires would also have seen the VODs. They would have seen how Excel played it. They would have have that opportunity to anti-strategize and come up with how they want to be playing it specifically. And I think the first way of kind of countering how Excel is going to be playing is with these agents. So Chihuahua on the Cypher, Pad Attack on the KO, Alive on the Jet. I think this is pretty much what we expected. Mo on the Sova. This is very standard things.
Yeah, something that I was thinking that if Alive actually wants to go for that chamber, Chihuahua could maybe go for the Viper. Foxy maybe going for some different agent, maybe going for Jet even. I don't know, that could be maybe Foxy going for KO, Pathetic for that Jet or chamber, but they're actually going for this comp, which is really good because Chihuahua, like we talked about, it's so good on that lurk, so good anchoring those sides, holding that B side all along. Human Tripwires almost a similar comp, obviously the difference is with that chamber. And with that chamber, I truly hope that Human Tripwire's defensive side isn't stale. I need to see some aggressive pushes from Ratsky. Also, Devo taking some control. They need to pair up with these initiators, with the KO, with the Sova. Pair up with these like jets. The KO jet, maybe Sova jet, KO chamber, and they need to take some control on the defending side. But they're going for the attack first. And look at this, already pinging down mid. I think it looks like Exo maybe want to take mid control as well.
Yeah, mid control is something that Excel was really good at with their previous roster when they still had Element and Aussie onto it, so I would assume that's something that you can translate, and that's exactly what happens. They were looking for mid, but I don't think they were fully ready for Human Tripwires to have maybe watched all those hours of gameplay that Excel had available on them, because that's very classic Excel. You push out double doors with more than one member, you try to get a pick, it would usually be the KO and the Jet specifically. This time around, wasn't really the case. Foxy does find one, and it looks like Human Tripwires, they're more than happy to back off.
Yeah, they're just running from side to side, as is Exo. They actually start to insta-rotate towards B side, leaving one member on the A side. I think it was a little bit late that Patek's flash came in, which allowed Mo to get picked off. Foxy getting that second kill onto Emboy is huge, and delays this push a little bit. 4 versus 3 retake is most likely coming in. And look at that, Chihuahua once again on that lurking position.
Yeah, everyone is really just getting their cardio in on this map, running around, trying to get as many steps in as possible before we might move to the next map that was Haven. And again, Human Tripwires, they're in such an awkward position because XL is coming from every single angle possible. They find 2 members themselves, and now it's only 1 player left. Robbie BK is the only one to be doing this. Right clicks with the classic, and Foxy is incredibly low on the HP. The clutch is gonna be coming through as Robbie finds Foxy. That is a beautiful pistol round coming out from Human Tripwires.
Wow, Foxy popping 3 players off, but Robbie holding that flank was good enough. Good enough for the side to not be retaken, and this was Foxy's game. Foxy's round all over. 3 kills into this, but Robbie just delaying long enough, getting Chihuahua taken down, getting Alive taken down, and then finishing up with Foxy. Human Tripwires, they start the first round. And Excel, well, going a little bit more passive.
Yeah, Excel this time around don't have as, I want to say, as much gunpowder available to them, but they get 2 marshals and a sheriff, so they have some investment into this round in terms of their economy, but they don't want to overdo it. So Chihuahua finding an absolute incredible angle. That's a Giga Chat move if I've ever seen one.
Absolutely. Look at both position. In drop. Patek moving straight into Robbie's crosshair, I think.
Ooh.
What? How?
They move into Alive's crosshair with the Marshal. The Vandal is dropped. Embo's gonna be picking up, but Chihuahua, he knows where he is, and Embo doesn't have a clue. The Vandal is lost. The investment that Human Tripwires made is absolutely down the drain. Ratsky and Robbie, the only ones left. Marshal and Spectre, they do find one. But XL are buying so much time, so much mid-control that's gonna be coming through. The Headhunter from Ratsky is gonna find 2 picks of their own. And they're trying to equalize the playing field. What a round so far. 20 seconds, and Ratsky has a lot to deal with. He's gonna have to deal with the Alive, he's gonna have to deal with Pad Attack. He's not gonna spot him out. A thrifty round from XL. Human Tripwires lose so much.
Yeah, and it seems like Excel, they don't quite retrieve the rifle, but that's all good. They won the round. They got the rifle out of Human Tripwire's hands. And how is Chihuahua doing this? He does it twice. Twice! And no one checks it. Ratsky then just popping off, getting those headshots, but there's nothing you can do. Alive. I think Ratsky was on a 99 HP. There was 14 shields. I think 83 or something like HP. So it's 1 shot with the Marshal. There's nothing you can really do. Robbie actually getting the orb and getting Hunter's Fury. for next round, but Human Tripwires just trying to get some ground in halls. All 5 players.
They've been given a lot of space, but there's a tripwire there, so they're going to be spotted out right away if they do decide to cross it. Patattack playing it a bit more aggressively. Chihuahua playing towards mid is going to have that opportunity to rotate, but the question is, are they going to be able to rotate in time? Because this is actually giving Human Tripwires quite a lot of opportunities. Patattack and Mo, though, absolutely tearing through, and just like that, you blink and you miss it. Devil was the only one left alive, but Alive makes sure that that's not the case. And I was a little worried in terms of Human Tripwires having that opportunity to get some space and go around XL, but they were absolutely ready for it.
Yeah, and Modes is popping some insane shots right there, clearing up the back of their flank, clearing up that bridge. Yeah, Human Tripwires, they had a good plan, grouping up all 4 players into that bridge area, trying to surprise something, and actually keeping Devo in AK was huge. Being able to get that 1 pick could have been the round difference, but XL able to hold that side down. And one thing I have to point out, it's the patch 4.08, so the chat update is right here. It might mess up something for Alive and Devo, but I'm sure they have had some practice already.
Yeah, on the defensive side of things, it might not work out if you don't connect, the shots that you need to be connecting. But both of these players, they've been incredibly good at, doing what they should be doing. So finally, we're going to be seeing a round where it's very equalized in terms of the gunpowder available. We have Vandals for every player. Alive does have that Spectre in hand. And at this point, Human Tripwires, they're just running down the clock, but they have to commit. They're going to be committing to taking Alive out first and Chihuahua second. Already 2 players down, dashing onto side. Fox is looking to defend on his own. Phantom in hands, not going to quite connect any of the shots, but Embo does. Patattack now looking to get something done for the team. Coming from the exact same angle, but Mo through mid has already found 1 player, gets taken out by Robbie, and that means that Patattack is the only one left. He's already been spotted out earlier. They know where he is. Gotta be calling for that save. That speaks volumes as well to the economy.
Yeah, absolutely. That is kind of devastating for XL. Sure, they still should have money for the next round, but if they lose that, they have to go for a save. And Human Tripwires, they have gained a good advantage on that point already. Also, I think one thing that XL, they had a really good stack on B. There was Foxy and Chihuahua. Both were holding mid, but something caused Foxy to rotate out of the side. Maybe it was the first pick in double doors that caused Foxy to rotate out of that B side. And all of a sudden, Chihuahua is there alone, facing 3 players coming from tunnel. It's really, really tough. If Foxy was holding there with Chihuahua, that could have been the crucial key of XL winning that round. But that is one of the smallest details that you have to pay or take into consideration. Something like 1 kill in mid could cause that rotation and open up the site, like we saw that happening in the last round.
Get out of my way!
And I think that also speaks volumes as the ability of Human Tripwires. We kind of said that we are a little concerned considering the lack of time that this team had to put in, considering that they have only been formed about 2 weeks ago, and so far they're really showing us what they can do. XL, on the other hand, they have had that opportunity to play together for a while. We've really seen it in their strategies. And ooh, Foxy, the snake bite hurts, and so does his crosshair. Embo and Robbie, though, do manage to pick out 2 players of their own. Chihuahua again solo holding B side. This is the Chihuahua that we're used to. Patattack wrapping around, playing aggressively, and this is a style that we see in XL put forward as well. Last map specifically, and as you want to go for a bit of a safety, it's not going to be the case. They're already behind you. You have to have eyes in the back of your head, especially playing against XL, and Human Tripwires didn't have it that round.
Yeah, that is so weird that they actually want to force straight through that snake bite. And Foxy, those are just easy picks for him. You're literally running half HP, or vulnerable rather. You take 2x damage. That's so easy for a player like Foxy to pick you guys off. Every player that faced against him was vulnerable. Then Empo, just a little bit further away, is able to finally finish Foxy off, but you're two players left.
Let's play.
3 players holding that B side, gaining some ground. There's nothing you can really do. Just looked like a throwaway round from Human Troopers.
Yeah. You want to play, MP?
Yeah.
Oh, they popped the tour de force, so they do want to play as well.
Yep, I'm down to play.
That's down to play with the tour de force. Rotsky tried to get a couple of picks, and it's really something that they need because, yes, even when they win those rounds, they're not very convincing, so they still lose a lot of players, and they're already starting this round with 1 player down. 3 HP on Mercury. Oh, that... Alive with the operator is literally come to life. He's already caused so much. He can dash again if he'd want to. Looking to get a collab, but that's not going to happen. The box is going to give Mercury some sort of safety. Suppression, however, is going to force him out of the way. And Ratsky and Robbie grasping at straws because Ratsky's on the complete opposite side of the map and does get taken out, but there's no one available for a trade.
Yeah, no. Troopers looking for that B side. Robbie! Shots are not perfect, but gets 1 player down on Muki.
He did that.
Something here. Yeah, 3 HP. How? Look at Mo. Mo.
Mo.
Mowing them down, like we said. That's so used joke already.
Ian really giving us the content. Mo.
Yeah.
But the fuse is gonna be coming through, and that was a beautiful round. The operator from Alive, and Chihuahua not really landing that shot on Mercury. I did not expect it to go that way. 3 HP left, but that 1 tap coming through, it's just so crucial. And you can even see that operator goes through Mercury, so it only has 3 HP. That's all he has to work with. It still works out in his favor. Excel playing this a bit more aggressively, however, this time around, and it's working out.
Yeah, I really love how Excel is playing. They're just aggressing that mid. They're not giving too much space for Human Troopers, and that is what sets Human Troopers onto these next rounds to play maybe more passive, using more utility. And look at this.
Ratsky's gonna try and push through double doors, but Patatek is already more than comfortable in that position. Alive's not gonna have the opportunity to dash out because he's completely suppressed and gets taken out right away by Robbie. Mo still on site, trying to do some damage on stairs. Snakebite's gonna force him out of that position, has to find a new way. The Viper Spit is gonna come online, giving the rest of Human Tripwires that safety and the opportunity to go down with the plant. Mo is still live and kicking, he's still breathing, since then the Owl Drone is not gonna spot out anyone right away. You're gonna have to deal with this Viper Pit one way or another if they want to get that defuse through. And Chihuahua's wrapping around.
Look at that. Robbie was already spotting Cave.
Oh, that is Ambo taken out. Mo with that vision just ensuring the Viper is taken out. But Murky, as Chihuahua comes out of the cage, 30 HP left. Foxy versus Devo. A bit of a spray coming through. Does connect. Beautifully done by Mur. Holding on until...
time.
He does. Oh, he does have time.
Easy.
Not even close. What do you mean?
Easily. 2 seconds. And that was crucial. That dart was so crucial. Getting Empo down. I think Robbie had to turn away or turn around from that K position. He had to check double doors that there's no one coming from that corner, and that allows Chihuahua to get the second pick as well. Look at this. Empo gets taken down.
A split second later, before he fires the animation, and he would have been suppressed.
Oh, true.
And
that's so close.
The timing is impeccable. And once again, Alive finding that timing on the operator. Takes out the counterpart. Devo's been put down. Target's gonna be spotted out. Patatek's gonna throw out the flash, pushing out aggressively, but it's a ring around the roses because they're already behind the Viper wall, but it doesn't matter because he finds 2 of himself. Muki does manage to turn around, puts him down, but they've lost 3 members in the first couple of seconds of the round. They haven't even had the plant yet. Make that 4 Alive on the operator, and Foxy with the snake bite kill coming through. What a quick round.
So much utility coming on that side. Human Troopers having to go with those servers, having to go a little bit of a save round. I think that was hilarious. Mukke and Patitek both flashing same time through that wall and both crossing the wall at the same time opens up so much for Patitek. Opens up 2 kills and Mukke is like, where did he go? I swear he was right here. And then 2 players just dying from his
magic.
team, and he's like, oh, I see now.
Valorant's magic too strong.
Alive. Doesn't even use the dash. That confidence.
I guess the dash is something that doesn't want to waste just yet, and Patitek finds one himself. Ooh, is almost gonna spot another. It's gonna come through with a flash of sprays. Gotta come through. Finds another. Finds the third. Patitek absolutely popping off. Alive pushing out aggressively with the operator. But Patitek already got the 4K. Now he's looking for the ace. Embo, the only one left to make that the ace secured in the bag. Last time Chihuahua stole it. This time, Patitek puts his foot down and says, I want it. I got it. It's mine.
And it seems like right now is the time where Excel's confidence is just building it up. It's snowballing right now. You saw Patitek. Yeah, he gets the first pick, but there's so much more waiting for him. You don't really want to risk that. You have the first pick already, but Patitek says like, yeah, nah. Those are so easy kills. I just pop a flash and go swing. Half HP, go swing for another one. And then goes for that ace as well.
The confidence.
What is the confidence? Yeah.
Off the charts. What is your aim trading? What is your confidence trading? And I need some of that too. And I feel like Human Tripwires need some of it too, as once again, on this time on the defensive side, Excel looking incredibly strong, really landing those shots, really playing aggressively, really getting that space. And Human Tripwires haven't found a way to deal with it as of yet.
Toxins going up.
Yeah, having to rely on those Blade Storm in this round. Foxy.
Ooh, fully blind. Does find one, and Ricky's gonna be able to get that well-deserved upgrade. Alive with the updraft coming through. He's not gonna spot out anyone. The knife gets taken out right away! Yo, someone check his computer!
Revealing area.
I swear that was the most impressive shot Alive has taken in this match, and he has taken some impressive shots already. What? How am I so impressed that he shot a knife?
I'm ready to see that on Twitter. I need to see that on Twitter like that. I need slow motion. Someone, can we make this happen? Because what was that?
I don't need a highlight from those kills. I need a highlight from that. I think we have it. Yes.
Oh my good. How? That is incredible. We've said that he's a good player, but I did not expect that.
Yeah, I was so sure the drone is cancelled right there. There's no chance.
Yeah.
But somehow he flicks it. 180.
His wrist must be hurting after that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hunter's Fury is gonna be popped, but oh, Patitek is out aggressively. So is Foxy, so is Mo. And Embo found himself in a bit of an awkward position, stuck between a rock and a hard place. And again, some of these rounds are just so incredibly quick.
Yeah, and this is exactly the Excel snowball. You see, I think Excel has had those ultimates, all of those 5 ultimates, like what, 4 or 5 rounds in a row, but they don't need to use it. They don't have time to use it. Sure, Alive popped those daggers like 2 rounds ago, but still, 4 ultimates left for like past 5 rounds, and they don't actually need them. They just push in. They don't need those ultimates for anything. Foxy doesn't even want to lock those sights down. Maybe now he hasn't wanted to lock those sights down. It's just easy kills. Go for the kills, shoot head. You don't need ultimates.
They're gonna both put the ultimate out, and Hunter's Fury is gonna find one, and as they want to go for that res, a bit of an awkward situation because it looks like Murky was still standing on the stairs. There was a little bit of a glitch coming through. Embo wants to go for that res. It's not actually going to work out in their favor. Alive finds quite an impressive position to stay on. He's gonna get control of double doors, does get flashed out. Patitek pushing out aggressively. He's gonna get tagged out himself, so he'll have to back off. Radski's shot doesn't quite connect, and now Devo holding on to double doors control by himself, and the spike is ticking. You want to go in now or never. He's not going to expect it. Oh, he will. His Patek takes Devo out of the picture. Robbie Chihuahua is down. Foxy doing some work himself, but probably with that Guardian. He's the man you got to put down because he's doing so incredibly much. Foxy with the snake bite is going to force Robbie into an incredibly awkward position. He's going to have the time to go for that defuse. 10-2 for XL. Viper spit popped at the end, because you know what? Who needs it during the actual game round?
Yeah, Foxy just running for that spike, just running for that defuse, trusting Patitek fully, knowing that he will get the defuse. Patitek will get the kill, there's no chance. Doesn't even use the Viper's pit onto that defuse, onto that spike, even though he could have. But the spike was already ticking quite fast. I'm not sure if Foxy was like, okay, I have to stick this spike. There could not, or there might not be a long enough time for me to use this Viper speed. That's actually, like, that's my thought process. That would be that right there. I think it's really good that Foxy didn't use the Viper speed. In the end, I think there was time for that, but yeah. XL taking 10 rounds. Going for that mid control, but Human Tripwires, they don't allow any of that to happen.
Now, once again, you're in that pistol position. Human Tripwires down 8 rounds, and so little room for error. And the first mistake's already been made as one player drops. Ratsky, however, does manage to equalize it. Patek's taken down himself. And that spike looks to be moving back towards A. I think XL don't feel the comfort, but Alive! Alive is more than comfortable to dash right into your face and right-click on it. The 2K is gonna be coming through, and Alive is absolutely warmed up. Monitor on, he's feeling it.
I'm just baffled. I mean, yeah, classic. What, 12th time? All of these 12 rounds, I've been just baffled how XL is able to get these kills. Sure, Human Tripwires, they had their highlights, but it's been XL highlight reel, like, what, past 8 rounds or something like that. Just popping off, not giving any space for Human Tripwires, and 1 away from that match point. Alive. It's just insane.
Alive.
Insane.
Absolutely correct. What is going on? We said that we were a little worried for XL after we saw them last game specifically. We saw how Human Tripwires were able to crawl it back, and this was the round for Human Tripwires that they were able to do it. They forced. XL didn't expect it. So this could be that turning point that Human Tripwires might need, but even then, they're in an even bigger deficit, and Patek bringing out the big guns as he got the Vandal locked and loaded.
Ooh, Devo connecting the shot, but doesn't quite kill Marshall. B-side is the aim for right now, but Chihuahua on the lurk, on the signature lurk, doesn't quite connect.
So that's something that's not going to be working on. Mid, once again, something that XL wants to be playing for. Teleport's going to be forced out from Ratsky. He's going to have to walk back, but still have 2 players solidifying their position onto the B sites, and XL hasn't even made a move. Foxy is going to be able to catch out anyone who does decide to come through for that rotate, but the clock is ticking.
40 seconds on the clock. Devo spots out Foxy. B-side seems to be the only option, and Nimbo evening out the playfield even more.
Patek. Embo's been spotted out. They know where he is. Alive's gonna come through with the updraft. Finds one, but Alive comes through with the Tay. He's gonna pick up the Marshall, but Patek hitting the shots from all the way at the site entrance. Devo taking out the pictures, gonna give Alive more than enough security to go for the plant as the Cloudburst is gonna give them some cover. Ratsky does manage to find one, but doesn't have to put it too quickly. Muki, though, taking the Vandal away from Patek, and now it's Alive against Ratsky. Marshall versus Bulldog's gonna go through with that teleport, wants to go for it, but Alive's not gonna let him. He's gonna try and get that Vandal back into his pocket, but that's just not gonna work out that way. Match point secured by XL, and both of these teams bought this time around, so it's looking like a bit of a sticky one.
Yeah, absolutely. Somehow Patek and Alive are able to bring that round back. And alive, just perfect timing pick. Perfect timing, a little bit unlucky for Ratsky right there. Just being placed, or trying to place the rendezvous down. Trying to get that TP there, just in case an Exo on that match point. Embo holding the B side.
Live feeling more than confident to dash into the Cloudburst does get exposed a little. Patatek once again on a Vandal taking out 2, and this is such a beautiful synergy coming through every single time Alive dashes on the side. Patatek has got his back. Oh,
what?
Attackers win.
Patatek last split. He was just going crazy with those kills. Right here, even doubling down with that KO. Just full confidence. I didn't see any doubt in Patatek right there. He was just full confidence, just bringing those rounds back to his teammates, just entering the sides as well with that KO. It's crazy what he can do. He's on fire right now.
Alive is on fire too. This is my first time actually being, seeing him in action, casting his game, and he's doing so incredibly well. On the Chamber last game, yes, he had some plays of his own, but it wasn't quite a standout performance. And the same thing for Chihuahua, to be completely honest, on that Reyna. Yes, a couple of plays here and there, but again, Patatek was really the star of the show. This time around, every single member from the side of XL has had hit a clip. That's how I'm gonna put it. They've all hit a clip, okay? They can all put it in the highlight reel if they want to. Every single player this map specifically has done something incredible, and that really says a lot about this roster. This is their first game for this stage here, stage 2 at Polaris, and I am genuinely impressed. I was worried, and Human Tripwires, not to take anything away from them, they've only been together for 2 weeks. They did really put up a fight, but unfortunately for them, it wasn't enough.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this was the outcome that we expected, kinda. Excel's just dominating, being better overall, having better fundamentals maybe in this game, having even like those star players just popping off. I think that plays a huge part of Excel winning, and maybe even the confidence. Excel know how to play on this level. They have already accomplished that playoff spot. Human Troopers, they haven't. They still need to fight for that playoff spot, and Excel have been there, have done that already. All they are looking for is that VCT spot, and Patatek 5.5 KD.
Yeah. What else can we say? He was so confident this game. He was running at them and shooting them in the head, and it was working out. And Human Tripwires had absolutely no clue on how to deal with this incredible aggression coming through from XL. We said that that's what we wanted to see, and that's exactly what they're listening to the cast. It's exactly what they did.
Yeah, absolutely. At 441 ACS as well, that means that Patatek was every round he was on fire, just getting kills, getting damage done, getting like everything done. Utility usage was perfect. There was nothing that Patatek could have done better there. Just confidence was booming right there. It's insane how good he is. Human Tripwires, obviously, as we saw from the interview, they haven't been together for that long. They just formed this team, just added Mukke and Embo, and it shows a lot in this defensive side, at least. I think the defensive side for Human Tripwires were kind of shaky, and Excel, they were just able to overpower them for some reason. Like, yeah, I mean, for some reason, obviously for the reason that they haven't been able to build up the synergy is crucial part that Human Troopers weren't really able to come that back, and Excel, they were on another level.
Yeah, Patatek really got that beard buff coming through, just MVP both games in a row, but it's not going to be the one we have for interview. We have Mo coming through. Hello. First of all, congratulations. Hello. That was a nice win onto Breeze. How are you guys feeling after that first game?
We're feeling good, it's been a while since we played officials again, so it's good to be back now with 2 new players also. Feels good.
How you feel being back with Foxy, obviously? I mean, Foxy, going all the way back to H1Z1. How you feel being back on the same team with him?
Yeah, I mean, he's still an idiot, but I've known him for 5 years and I still haven't met him IRL, so that's that. But yeah, it feels good to play with Foxy again. It's nice. He's confident IGL.
Yeah. Do you think it was better to play against Human Tripwires, a team that hasn't been or doesn't have the synergy quite yet right there, versus like a team like Kova or maybe a team like Heat? Do you think it was easier or
Honestly,
better for you?
honestly, I mean, yeah, it's easier like against human tripwires because they're not as good as teams like Kova yet. But I do think even against Kova, we're still pretty solid. You know, we still have the core as Excel, as me, Chihuahua, and Paitek. So I don't think there's anything to worry about in terms of how we played before. But I do think now with Alive and Foxy, we do seem a lot more confident and aggressive in our playstyle. So it will be nice to see how we go against them.
Yeah, that aggression definitely coming through on the second map, not so much on the defensive side on map 1, but I want to throw it back to map 1. I want to throw it back to that Reyna pick specifically. What was the thought process behind having Chihuahua on Reyna? Is it just something you guys are comfortable trying because you're like, okay, this is the first game against human tripwires, or was there like something that you guys are looking to implement in the future?
Honestly, because of Chamber now, like we used to run Reyna before on Element, but now with Chihuahua, he's still individually insane. You know, one of the best players I think in the world. So with Chihuahua and Reyna, it's just it just fits our old comp, and we can have like Alive on the op now as Chamber. So it adds like another side to our defense. So I think it works fine for us.
Okay. Well, MP, do you happen to have any more questions there?
No, it looked really well. You guys looked really, really good. Really, the confidence was there. I love that. But yeah, I think you guys are looking really, really strong coming in this season.
No, my question for you
ready.
is the Genie Classic. Do you have any shoutouts?
Shout out to the real ones. They know who they are.
Okay, a cryptic message coming through. Thank you so much for doing the interview, and congratulations on your first win. Really looking forward to see how you guys are going to be playing for the rest of the split.
Thank you.
Wow,
Wow.
that was amazing. I mean, Excel, like I said right there, they were looking so good, and like Mo said, with Foxy and Alive, they look more or they feel more confident, and they feel more aggressive, and well, that's exactly what we saw, exactly what we got from this matchup.
Yeah, it was such an incredibly solid performance coming through. I think on Split specifically, that was one of those maps where we really saw what Foxy can do as an IGL. They had a lot of different strategies that they were putting in specifically on that attacking side of things, and I think that really does highlight, you know, Foxy's ability as an IGL and how that fits in with the rest of Excel. Whereas when we were looking at Breeze, it's exactly as you mentioned, and it's exactly what Mo said. That is where that aggressive side really came through. That's really where they're like, yes, pedal to the metal, we got this, we can win this, we're confident, we're better, we can do it, like, and that's exactly what they did. So a bit of a dynamic, you know, two different sides of the same team that we've seen already on only 2 maps. So I'm really looking forward to see what they can actually be doing in the future and what they can do in their future games. But we're going to be heading to a break as we have game number 2 coming up. We've got Alliance versus Hukar, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back shortly.